The Russian military do not stop shelling the region. According to the head of Luhansk Regional Military Administration, Serhiy Haidai, the town of Sievierodonetsk is being chaotically and almost continuously shelled. Police have found the bodies of 2 men and a woman in one of the damaged high-rise buildings this day. Another seriously injured woman died on the operating table. Also this day, an ambulance came under artillery fire in the town. According to Serhiy Haidai, police found an injured 58-year-old woman in the old district of the town. She was given medical treatment on the spot and medics were called. On the way to the hospital, the car came under fire. No one was injured. In total, 6 houses in Sievierodonetsk have been damaged during the day. The same in Lysychansk. There is destruction of residential units in Novodruzhsk and Zolote. Serhiy Haidai, the head of Luhansk Regional Military Administration, said that 43 people from several settlements in the region had been evacuated to a safer place, including 18 residents of Hirske community. According to him, an evacuation bus with civilians came under fire from the Russian military near Vrubivka. No one was injured. According to Serhiy Haidai, evacuation of people and entry of humanitarian goods into the settlements of Luhansk region is extremely difficult due to constant shelling in the region.
Now every trip to pick up people and evacuate is not even 50 to 50. It's been under constant bombardment, and every time our men just risked their lives.
The head of Dnipropetrovsk Regional Military Administration, Valentin Reznichenko, said that the current morning the Russian army had fired at Zelenodolsk community. Velika Kostromka was hit. There has been destruction, but no casualties. They also fired at Shiroke community, where shells hit fields. During the day, the enemy has hit the railway infrastructure in Pavlograd and Sinelnikovo districts 4 times. There's destruction of the railway track and contact network. Roofs have been damaged, and windows have been blown out in 12 surrounding houses. People haven't been injured, as reported by Reznichenko. This day, the Russian military fired mortars and artillery from the territory of Russia at the village of Mzenivka and its environs. Dmytro Zhivitsky, the head of Sumy Regional Military Administration, wrote about the consequences of the attacks on Krasnopillia community on his Telegram. According to him, as a result of the shelling, a fire broke out on an abandoned farm. Fences and windows have been destroyed in residential buildings. There are no casualties. 87 people died in a rocket attack on the village of Desna on May the 17th. This was stated by President Volodymyr Zelensky during a speech at the World Economic Forum in Davos. We have finished work in Desna. There were 87 victims under the rubble. Life is the future. The future of Ukraine will already be without these people, the president said. In the settlement of Desna, where the Armed Forces Training Center is located, on May the 17th, the Russian military fired 4 missiles from the air, 2 of which hit the buildings. This day in the village of Kyinka, Chernihiv region, a tractor ran into an explosive device during field work. The SAS press service reported that the driver had been taken to hospital in critical condition. The man died of his injuries. Pyrotechnics from the State Emergency Service and the bomb squad from the National Police checked the area where the incident took place for other explosive devices and found another unexploded anti-tank mine. The head of the National Police of Ukraine, Igor Klimenko, said that the demining of Chornobyl nuclear power plant area is currently underway. According to him, it is impossible to blow up explosive objects on the spot so as not to raise radioactive dust. All dangerous finds are carefully removed and blown up at special landfills. While inspecting the liberated territory, explosives technicians of the National Police came across a cache of mine-clearing line charges left by the Russian military. They are scattered around the perimeter and blown up with a detonator. And if there are mines or shells nearby, everything explodes, Klimenko explained on his Facebook page. He also added that they had found remnants of metal wires near the charges, which the Russian military probably stole to take with them. Explosives experts believe that demining charges take up a lot of space, so the Russians dug them up and used the boxes in which the charges had been stored to take scrap metal out. Mykola Ryako, a 67-year-old resident of the village of Vilkhivka, stole ammunition from the Russian military and handed it over to Ukrainian soldiers. He says he was not the only one to do so in the occupied village. The Russian military destroyed his house. Mykola received a shell shock.
There was the launcher there. They started it. and then I heard the firing. I went out and here it goes. I sent my wife and a friend to the basement, but I myself did not have time to do that. But it's fine, I already revived. It was standing here, the car, and after the blow it was flattened there, and it got all compressed. A man was burned alive in that house. I couldn't get there on time. A rocket was thrown from the plane. I rushed there, opened the door, but the flames came on me from there. I only heard his voice once, and that's it. So he's still there, burned.
Mykola has returned to live here. He says that the blockages need to be dismantled, and he will live in the surviving neighbor's house for now. When asked what it's like to start all over again at the age of 67, he stops holding back.
Greetings to our brothers, as they said. It's hard to avoid swearing. I had so many shells here that I had stolen from them. I stole 6 boxes of rocket-propelled grenades from them and gave them to the Ukrainian military, and they burned them here.
He's not the only partisan here, says Mykola. Local residents of the village stole a fuel truck and a car with ammunition from the Russians.
They stole right from the convoy. It was standing there on the way to the cemetery. There they put it, and the fuel truck was taken there, and we stole it. They are cowards, not soldiers. They were hiding here. They were afraid. When they took us to them, told us to go to Russia. I said, no, this is my place. They used us as a shields. They kept us from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Vilkhivka remained under occupation for more than a month, from the beginning of the full-scale invasion to the end of March. Locals have been allowed to return only now, says Mykola.